Well, good evening, everybody. I am so glad to see you all. I am your pageant coordinator, Pat Davenport. I want to welcome you to the 33rd Annual Miss Mature Irving Pageant. I am so glad to see such a good-looking audience. We'd like to dedicate tonight's show to the memory of our beloved Miss Mature 2006, Sue Barinda, whom we are going to miss a lot as a lady and a friend. But we have a lot of wonderful ladies to meet, and we're going to get rolling with that. I need a little help, as y'all can imagine, so we're going to bring on the right lady to do it. From ICT and Television, please welcome your MC, Kathy Whiteman.
Hello, everyone. I am thrilled to be back with you as your co-MC for the Ms. Mature Irving pageant. And I will say for myself and my fabulous co-MC, Doug McAllister, that we are thrilled to celebrate the 33rd anniversary. So it is great to be with you. Style, a particular way something is done, created, or performed, a way of behaving or doing things. As you can see from our setting, tonight we journey to Paris, Gay Paris, the home of fashion and style. And tonight we honor senior women for the 33rd year. Before we get started, I'd like to take a moment to thank a couple of dignitaries that made time to be with us this evening. I'd like to thank Councilman Oscar Ward for being here. Thank you, Councilman. And Recreation and Athletics Manager with the Parks and Recreation Department, James Smith. James, can you kind of wave too? My apologies if I have missed anyone else. Please, somebody get me a note so that I can acknowledge the presence of all of the wonderful folk who have taken time out of their schedules to be here tonight. Elegance and beauty don't know age. The senior woman has a grace and style all her own, and tonight you'll meet 9 contestants who embody this truth. They're here to demonstrate why they deserve the crown and title of Miss Mature Irving 2015. For those who are new to our show, I want to tell you how it works. There are 3 areas of competition: personality, talent, and evening wear. In each of these competitions, each lady will demonstrate her worthiness to represent you as the new Miss Mature Irving. So let's get started. We'll start with the personality portion of the show. Each contestant will have 3 minutes to tell you about their lives, experiences, and their goals. We're about to see living definitions of phenomenal. Let's meet these wonderful ladies. Here's our first contestant now. Contestant number 1, Mara Romero. This lovely lady comes to us from the heart of the valley, the Rio Grande Valley, that is. Mara was raised with deep faith and a great sense of humor by her Methodist minister father and her mother. This led her to take an interest in helping others, which she has done throughout her career. When she's not at work, you can find Mara at home making jewelry or at rehearsal with the Irving Silvertones Choir. Mara also loves spending time with her 4 children. She has 3 sons and a daughter and their families. Let's find out more about her now. Contestant number 1, Mara Romero.
I was born on October the 22nd, 1943. I come from a Christian family, and I also am a Methodist. And in fact, my mom was the first female minister of the Rio Grande Conference of the Methodist Church. As I was growing up, my parents believed that we should trust the Lord, and we should also appreciate music. So in our home, we had a piano, and we had an organ, and we all And one day, I was a senior in high school. He had sat me down and he said, "Mike, your 5 older brothers are either in college or already graduated, and you're next. Do you want to go to college?" And I said, "Well, of course, Dad." And he said, "Well, you're going to have to break up with that young man that you're going with, because I'm not going to take 4 years. And maybe you'll get married before then." I said, "Okay, Dad." Now, in our time, we obey. So, I found out that my boyfriend married one of my best friends 6 months later, and they ended up with 10 kids. Can you see me with 10 kids? So, anyway, I went on and got my BA at Texas Wesleyan Fort Worth and got a master's at SMU. Now, I did get married in the meantime, and I ended up being blessed with 4 wonderful kids. I have 4 grandkids and another on the way, but I'm also a great-grandmother. I have 2 great-grandkids. At that time, while I was married, I decided I had this passion for teaching children. And the days have gone by, the years have gone by, and I'm tutoring now, and I feel like this passion that I have to teach children to read has continued to be with me, and I am on my 46th year. Well, in 1999, I came to Irving, and I met a wonderful man, and he was my second husband. His name was Dr. Robert Romano, and he was an anesthesiologist, but when I met him, he was retired, and he was playing golf all the time at Las Colinas Country Club. Well, that was okay, because I was teaching, and so we had a wonderful 11 years. Bob passed away in 2010, and I'm a widow, but I have remained here in Irving because I love the area, I love the people, and now my goals so far have been that I do belong to several things. I belong to Plymouth Park United Methodist Church, I belong to Irving Silvertones, and I belong to Lyric Stage. I hope to continue with, I've just joined the Lions Club and also Delta Kappa Gamma. And so I am thrilled to be here. I thank you for listening to my story. I also thank everyone here and all of those former pageant winners. And I thank you for everything.
Mara Romero, everyone, contestant number 1. It is so great to meet you, Mara. And now, let's get ready to meet contestant number 2. Contestant number 2 is Rachel Gregory. Rachel is a native Dallasite. She's always believed in giving back to the community, as she'll tell you when she talks with you a little bit later on. Rachel has been active in the League of Latin American Women and is on the Advisory Council at Heritage Senior Center. She also had an exciting time as a dancer, model, and actress. Ask her about being an extra on Dallas when you get a chance. Let's find out more about her now. Please greet contestant number 2, Rachel Gregory.
Hello, I was born in Dallas, Texas in 1945. My great-great-grandfather fought in the Civil War, and after the war, he moved to San Antonio, Texas, and started a family. At this point, I have 2 daughters, 2 grandsons, 5 great-grandchildren, and a wonderful husband that I met when I was 8 years old at Maplewood Assembly of God Church in Dallas, Texas. I graduated from North Dallas High School in 1964, attended the University of Cincinnati, El Centro College, and Brookhaven College, and I majored in fashion design and pattern drafting, and a minor in philosophy and psychology. What I'm doing right now with a friend, Susan Murray, and my daughter Francine Fivash, we created the League of Latin American Women, which our mission is to provide resources to educate Latin American women to make the right choices for their families and to make a difference in the communities that they live in. And also, I would like to share with you a poem that I wrote 5 years ago that was published in the Book of Poems. It's called Future and I stand with future, facing present, when suddenly my old friend past desperately beseeched me, please take me with you. I turned and said, sorry, but my new friends and I have new adventures to discover. I want to thank the City of Irving for giving me the opportunity to be here tonight to participate in this wonderful program for women, and also to tell you that let the games begin, and may we never be the same.
Thank you so much, Rachel. We certainly enjoyed meeting you and look forward to seeing you a little bit later in the show. Rachel Gregory, contestant number 2. And now let's meet contestant number 3. When you look up the definition of spunk in the dictionary, you will probably find a picture of this lady. Contestant number 3 is Aura Reed. Aura was born in Italy, Texas, a bustling Central Texas metropolis of 1,863 people. Look out, Italy. After working and living the single gal life for a while, Aura married and raised her beloved children and has also enjoyed being a grandmother. She wants you to know that she has 9 great grandchildren and she's very proud of them. Despite or to spite her age, Aura remains active wherever she is. She's lived in 5 nursing homes over the past 4 years, and she's stayed busy as a volunteer at each of them. Let's meet this very interesting lady now. Contestant number 3, Aura Reed.
I was born November the 11th, 1927, in Italy, Texas. At 12 hours of age, I was brought to Dallas, Texas to live with a most gracious family that reared me through my infancy years and through my early school years, right into graduation at Forest Avenue High School in 1949. Okay, after I graduated, I got a job at Southwestern Bell Telephone Company for about 3 years. I worked there. During these 3 years, I had been dating a nice young gentleman by the name of Oakley Reed. One day, we had just had our 21st birthdays, and I thought, you know, we're getting on up there in age, and I just thought I'd ask him a question. So I asked Oakley, I said, honey, do you think we might ever get married? You know what his answer was? I don't know. I'll have to ask my mother. Boy, that really took the frosting off of my cake. So the very next day, I go down and join the U.S. Navy Waves. Boy, but the reason I joined the Navy, though, was the fact I wanted to honor my brother who had been killed in action earlier, a few years earlier. So I thought this would be something nice that would make me feel better knowing that I had done this. So then after I'd been in the Navy for 7 months, I had a visitor. I was stationed at Quonset Point, Rhode Island, and this visitor I had been told would be coming from Texas. Well, guess who it was? It was Oakley, yes. He came in. 2 weeks later, I was Mrs. Oakley Reed. Didn't waste any time. Okay, so after this, he had to come back to Texas because he had a job here, and I had to stay in the Navy because I had made a commitment with Uncle Sam that I signed up for 3 years, and they expected you to be there 3 years. Well, anyway, after I had been there for 1 year, one of the officials came to me and he said, "Miss Reed, I hate to tell you this, but he said, you haven't learned to swim. You've been here a year. You didn't learn to swim." I said, "I know. I go under every time." He said, "But you know what?" He said, "I can give you an honorable discharge and you can go home if you like." I said, "I'll take it." Well, I went home to be with my new husband, and after a few years, we began raising our nice young family of 4 beautiful daughters. I'm proud of every one of them. And now our family has been increased to 9 grandchildren and 10 great-grandchildren. I have had a marvelous 87 years, thanks to the Lord. But I got to join the Mrs. Mature Irving pageant, and boy, that topped it all. Thank you very much.
Now that brings us to contestant number 4, Shireen Altum. Shireen comes to us from Honolulu, Hawaii. This gracious lady recently retired from the city of Irving and is now having a lot of fun spending time with her daughter and her grandson. Shireen also has time to indulge her hobbies of cooking and gardening. Her island upbringing has given Shireen an interesting perspective on the world. She's all-American though, and she loves slapstick comedy. She hopes that she can inspire kindness in other people and make the world better for it. Please say a big aloha to contestant number 4, Shireen Alton.
To you. I was born on October 2nd, 1948, and yes, this is my birthday. Thank you. I am the third child, not third, but third, 3, of 6 children. I have 2 brothers and 3 sisters. I am Hawaiian, Chinese, Caucasian. My outfit tonight represents my Chinese heritage. Later on in the talent show, I will sing a Hawaiian love song, and my outfit will represent my Hawaiian heritage. And then I will pull it all together with my evening wear, which will be my Caucasian outfit. I graduated from McKinley High School, June of 1966. I have been athletic my entire life. While in high school, I was on the swimming team, the volleyball team, the basketball team, and the basketball team, and the softball team. To keep fit, I continue to jazzercise 4 times a week at Lee Recreation Center. I recently retired from the city of Irving after serving 22 years and 3 months. And the reason for my retirement was to be full-time caregiver to my husband, John. Now, John and I have been married 39 years. We have 1 gorgeous daughter, a darling grandson who's 3 years old. While with the city of Irving, I served as team leader for over 12 programs. I was liaison to Make-A-Wish Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, United Way Campaign, DFW Group of Truth, Employee Celebration, Exceptional Employee, to name a few. Volunteering for community services, I did the Great Days of Service, Neighborhood Rehabilitation, Food Drive for Urban Cares, and lots more. Fun things I like to do. Love thrift shopping. Do it all the time. This is thrift. I love to cook for my family and friends. I also enjoy old romantic movies and reading old romantic books. My favorite, Wuthering Heights and Jane Eyre. My goal is to be the very best I can be and to encourage others not to be afraid to take opportunities that come your way. I am grateful for this opportunity, and I want to share with you. When we all got together, 9 contestants, who were placed in a large room, we were strangers. 2.5 months later, we are not strangers. We are friends. And it is my prayer that God will bless these beautiful women and administer to their needs. I want to thank my family, the staff, and all my friends who have showed up to cheer me on.
So now let's meet another wonderful lady, contestant number 5, Pam Fisher. Pam hails from another island. That's the island of Galveston, Texas. She's participating tonight to, as she said, prove to myself that I'm not afraid. Pam's hobbies are sewing and reading. She volunteers at the Valley Ranch Library once a week. After receiving her college degree, Pam worked in fashion and she served as a model for a while. After marrying, she raised a son and a daughter. They graced her with 3 grandchildren, 2 little boys and a girl. She loves her family and spends as much time with them as possible. In her spare time, she can often be found at the Senior Heritage Center, taking aerobics or other fun classes. Please say hello now to contestant number 5, Pam Fisher.
Good evening. My name is Pamela Fisher. I'm from Galveston, Texas. DOI. I was born on the island. Some island. I attended schools, public schools there, and also Galveston, I graduated from Ball High School in 1973. I furthered my education at Galveston College, majoring in fashion merchandising, and I modeled for several years. I learned the art of sewing, and I love reading a good novel. I'm known for my haircut. It's just hair, it grows back. I've been wearing my hair short like this for 30 years or more. That's what I say, it grows back. I moved to Irving in 2000 from Galveston. I'm a widow. My honey transitioned in 1997. From that union, we had a daughter and a son. My son is the one who's made me a grandmother 3 times. 17, 4 years old, and 8 months old. They are my joy. I also worked in the retail industry here. Right now, I'm completing my bucket list in the Miss Mature Irving pageant, 2015. God placed it on my heart to participate, not to compete. So I'm standing before you tonight, participating. Thank you. I'm just completing my bucket list. Have a good evening and good night.
And now, we would like you to meet contestant number 6, Maria Guerra. This South Texas Rose hails from Corpus Christi. She's a talented lady who raised her 3 boys as a single mom. She likes to spend her spare time having fun with her her granddaughter, and following her passions for writing and sewing. She has a blog. I don't have a blog. She has a blog. That's really 21st century, Maria. She hopes that by participating tonight, she can show other women to step up and try and not be afraid. She's really glad to have her sons with her tonight. She joked and she said that was only fair after sitting through all their events over the years. Let's meet her now, contestant number 6, Maria Guerra.
Good evening, and thank you for being here. 8 years ago, before I moved up here, I was taking care of my daddy and my brother. Now, I had the opportunity to cook and bake for them. This is when I found out I must be baking the best banana bread ever, because I could bake 4 loaves, and my brother Davy could eat 2 in under an hour. I had to hide the other 2 just so that my daddy could have some with his coffee. Speaking of my dad, he was a really good cook. And this was the first opportunity I had to make a full meal for him. But I didn't want to make anything traditional that he made, like carne guisada or mole or enchiladas. I made lasagna. Yeah, not anything traditional. So after the meal, my daddy looks at me across the table and he points his crooked finger at me and he says, "Now you can get married." Well, in my head, I'm thinking, gee, Daddy, you gave me away in 1972. And up until that point, I'd been divorced for over 20 years. But my heart was telling me that my daddy was trying to tell me I was a good cook. And so I enjoy cooking for friends and family. Now, when I'm not cooking, I enjoy reading a good romance novel. Oh, heck, who am I kidding? I'll even read a bad one if it has kissing in it. So I also find time to sew. This past summer, I spent my summer teaching my granddaughter how to further her skills in sewing, my granddaughter, Gabriella. Hi, G. And so I have a sewing blog, Seams Recycled, S-E-A-M-S Recycled. I take gently used items like shirts, skirts, and sheets, and repurpose them into cute, flirty little aprons, and I also make memory quilts for my children and grandchildren. I have 3 sons, John, Lucas, and Nathan. My oldest son, John, is married to Shelley, and they have 3 children, Christian, Sean, and Gabriella. 3 very good reasons to move up here. I volunteered for the American Heart Association, where I assisted the stroke survivors with their monthly newsletter. I studied the art of clowning at Midland Odessa College, and my clown name is Cinnamon. I also self-published a book of poetry titled After the Garbage Recycled, dedicated to women of divorce. And I attended the Baptist Learning Center, affiliated with Howard Payne University, where I received my certificate of ministry. For many years, I had the opportunity to work for a fitness center, where I worked with active aging adults to keep them active both physically and mentally. I am now a member of the Active Aging Adult Club. C.S. Lewis said, "You're never too old to set another goal or dream a new dream." I stand before you tonight, not too old, having set this goal, dreaming the dream of being Miss Mature Irving. Thank you.
Here's contestant number 7, Susie Lopez. Now, Susie made the longest trip to be here with us. She hails from Mendoza, Argentina. She loves the United States, particularly Irving, and has definitely made it home. She has led a very interesting life, and she's eager to tell you about it. And I know that you're eager to meet her. Let's show her our appreciation. Contestant number 7, Susie Lopez.
Okay. Hello, everybody. It's too bad that I can't see, so I know exactly who's here. But we leave it like that. My name, like you said, is Susie Lopez. I was born in Mendoza. Argentina. I won't even say the year, so you don't know how old I am. Mendoza is a really pretty country. It's well known because of beautiful mountains, very good wines, and they say pretty good-looking women. So we're going to put it to the test right this evening. Like I said, we came to this beautiful country, United States, after, that was our honeymoon actually. My very first husband, Dr. Gonzalo Lopez, he was an anesthesiologist and very well known in this area. He worked as a doctor at what it used to be Irving Community Hospital. He worked there very many years until, unfortunately, almost 20 years ago, he got an aneurysm and he passed away. So out of that marriage, my very first husband, we have 3 wonderful kids. They are so wonderful. I love them, every one of them. And I'm a very fortunate and very happy mommy. I have one, my oldest. He's a lawyer. And at that point, being a lawyer, he is right now, he's a mediator. Then I have another son, another lawyer. And I hope I say it right, but he works for the, he's a counselor for the U.S. Army in Corpus Christi. And then to do it all fine, I have a daughter that I try so hard to have her, that I wanted to be a daughter, and that's what she was. Well, she has 3 beautiful girls. My oldest one has 2 boys, and my other lawyer has 7. So that's fine for me, because that's make a dozen. So easy to remember. I don't have to mingle to see how many what. How many you got? A dozen. That's a lot easier to say that. So I'm a really proud grandma. Well, besides that, I met my new husband after a few years. Dr. Lopez passed away. He came from Spain, from Galicia, and he was doing business in Texas. His business was to fix computers. He's sort of a computer whiz. And oh God, my computer happened to be broken. So he had to come and fix my computer. And then after a few years, he not only fixed my computer, he fixed my life. So thank you for being here, honey. And I'm a real happy mommy. I'm happy with all my 12 grandkids. We live in Irving. We've been there in the same home in Las Colinas for 44 years. That is my home. So I know that area very well. I have 2 dogs. I get my dogs every morning and I talk to everybody. Sometimes they're waiting there and say, okay, Mom, that's it. Let's go, we need to walk. So that is my life. I love to be there around those lakes, to walk every day, to talk every neighbor, to be friendly, and I really do enjoy life, and especially being here is an honor. Thank you so much for being here.
Let's continue on and meet contestant number 8, Jan Reed. Jan is our lone Yankee tonight. She comes to us from Wilson, Pennsylvania. But I think she'll be happy to tell you that she's glad she made Texas home. This busy lady loves taking care of her husband and her son, who mean the world to her. She also spends her time helping the community as a hospital chaplain at Children's Hospital in Dallas, a volunteer with Family Hospice, a tutor for elementary-age kids, and a caregiver for elderly patients. For fun, she's one of those dynamic red hat ladies. She's got a lot to tell you, so let me get out of her way. Here she is, contestant number 8, Jan Reed.
Hello out there. I'm so excited to be here. I feel just like a teenager at the football game, the PJ party, and the prom all in one night. This transplanted Jersey tomato drove all the way down here from the Garden State with my life-size Raggedy Ann doll in the passenger seat to begin a teaching job. It was in the stars that I become an Irvingite, but it did not look that way in the beginning, with the principal standing by the door like this because I was late for my interview. But she hired me on the spot. So much for a girl from a small town in Phillipsburg known as P-Burg, and I'm a P-Burger. Let me take you on a ride down my memory lane of titles. So hop in, buckle up, and let's get started. Where do I begin? Granddaughter. All 4 of my grandparents came over on the boat from Hungary. That must have been a trip. Have you ever had goulash with paprika? Daughter. My parents met at work in the break room when my flirty mother approached my very shy father with, "How do you like your coffee? 1 lump or 2, sugar?" That's how it all got started. I get my spunk from her and my courage from him. My dad, my hero, served in the Battle of the Bulge in Patton's Third Army at the age of 18. My folks taught me how to sing and dance through the raindrops and to also look for rainbows after every storm. Bossy big sister. Wild and crazy auntie. Wife. Hi, honey bear, I think I'll keep you. Mother. When Honey Bear Jr. was about that high, I had a surgery with complications. He came to me and promised that he would one day become a doctor to help fix his mama. He's now in medical school. How about that? Graduate from an all-girls school run by nuns. Can you believe that? And I have some stories. Teacher, tutor, hospice volunteer, hospital chaplain, writer. Is there a publisher out there? My life could be a book. Survivor of depression. Oh, just read the book, the story's too long. But I can show you how to shake off your blues if you come down to the Heritage. I'll see you on the dance floor. The princess of instructions, including dance. Dreamer. Which one do you think came true for me? NFL cheerleader for the Liberty Bells or Dallas? My leg kicks were too low. Radio City Rockette? My legs were too short. Playboy Bunny? The bunny mother approved my legs to be just right to do the bunny dip in the bunny hutch back in the 70s. Well, you know I'm here for another title, but it's not all about the title. It's about the testimony of the journey of the title. So I hope you've enjoyed your ride with me. Good night, sweet dreams.
So we want to complete our list of fabulous contestants this evening. Here is contestant number 9, Carol Donaldson. Carol is known to many as Ms. Carol. She was born and raised in Tulsa, Oklahoma. She's been a wife and mother and also has a fascinating work history working for some pretty famous people. She's now retired after 39 years as a pastor's wife, and she likes to have fun. Carol enjoys creating and sending greeting cards. She enjoys gardening, and she loves being with other people. Her faith is important to her, as she'll tell you. Her energy is infectious, so stand back. Please welcome contestant number 9, Carol Donaldson.
Thank you. I am Carol Donaldson. I was born in Tulsa, Oklahoma in 1943. My mom had 14 children. I was the middle. Now, we had a good time, but we also got spankings. So I couldn't wait until it was time for me to go to college. And I went to Baptist Bible College in Springfield, Missouri. One day, I was looking out the window. It was almost time for me to get my education. And I saw someone, whoa, this guy came up to look at me, and I looked at him out at the sidewalk. Love at first sight. I married him. We dated, and then we had 2 more years. We talked to each other about, are we going to get married? He proposed. Yes, we did get married, and it was so exciting because you get to do a marriage and everything. So it's just so exciting. And so about 2 years later after that, after we got married, well, first of all, we've been married 49 years right now. So it's just been great. We're just so happy. I have a gift, and it's called encouragement. I've got to do something for somebody. I like to do and make cards to them, send it to them. If somebody's kind of down and out, I like to send them a card, get up and send them a card. Okay, so back to my husband. We did get married, and he got a call from Massachusetts to be a pastor at that church. Okay, that was exciting. And that meant that I was a pastor's wife. So I had all these things that I had to do. I liked it. I liked the women in the church. Everything was wonderful just to do something for someone. We sang. We sang everywhere. In a lot of places. It was great. Okay, now he said he wanted to retire. So 6 years ago, I forgot the wonderful children that we had. Dear, my family is here, and we have a son and we have a daughter. Now the son has 3 grandkids for us, and one was just born 2 months ago, and he's just so cute. He is so cute. And so then I have a daughter. We both have a daughter, and she's from New York, and she's here tonight to help me go up and down the stairs and doing all the things. That's great. And then there's been so many people that have come tonight that I just want to say that Jim, my husband, he pastored here in Irving, Texas for 29 years, and we had some fabulous times here in Irving. Just absolutely love it. And I would say that he said he retired. So here's what actually happened. I couldn't sleep because I was so used to getting up, playing who's going to sing this Sunday and all that, all the people that we knew. And so I actually get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I just feel like I want to send a letter to the CEO, because those people have great people at their company, and you see the employees working and everything, and they're just great people that treat me as a customer. So I send a letter to the CEO, and they send back. And when I did work, I worked in personnel. So I love to look on their files and say, oh, look at this nice letter that they got. So I helped open a lot of places in Irving with personnel. And I just want to say that it would be absolutely great if I could be Miss Mature, because with this wonderful, wonderful Irving that I really like. And it would be to say thank you so much for all the things that you've done for us in Irving, and that we were able to help here too. Thank you.
It was great getting to know them, and the ladies have to get prepared now for their talent presentations, but never fear, we will keep you entertained. Here in an encore performance of her dance to Pharrell Williams' hit song Happy is your reigning Ms. Mature 2014, Trish Patel.
Totally fantastic, Trish. We'll be one of your minions anytime. Thank you for making us all smile. I'll have to pause here because I almost just threw Kathy a little loop. I tried to text her and tell her that I was stuck in the elevator backstage and I'm not sure I would make it in right now. And luckily they pried it open and pulled me up, so I'm very thankful to be here. So that was our Miss Mature Irving for 2014, Trish Patel. She's a dynamic lady, isn't she? And she's done wonderful things in Irving throughout the year. She'll be back later to share some of her thoughts and being Miss Mature and help us with the crowning at the end of the pageant. As we prepare for our talent competition, we have some great entertainment for you. This young woman is a great example of style. The audience and judges were thoroughly impressed with her talent and her in the state pageant. She won the crown and their hearts with her, won the crown with her heart. Sorry, I'm still a little bit thrown from the elevator. But we're fortunate tonight to have her with us. Here is your Miss Texas 2015, Shannon Sandford.
There was a preacher's son, and when his daddy would visit, he'd come along. When they gathered round the parlor talking, that's when Billy would take me walking. Through the backyard we'd go walking, and he'd look into my eyes. Lord knows to my surprise, the only boy who could ever reach me was the son of a preacher man. The only boy who could ever teach me was the son of a preacher man. Yes, he was. Being good isn't always easy, no matter how hard I try. When he started sweet talking to me, he'd come and tell me everything is alright. Kiss and tell me everything is alright. Can I stay awake tonight? How well I remember the look that was in his eyes, stealing kisses from me on the side, taking time to make time, learning from each other's love, and I'm looking to see how much we've grown. The only boy who could ever reach me was the son of a preacher man. The only boy who could ever teach me was the son of a preacher man. He was. Yes, he was.
All right, so yes, we do absolutely love this competition, and we want to tell you how it works. Each contestant will have 2 minutes and 45 seconds to present her talent. Now that can be singing, dancing, comedy, a dramatic reading, or any other idea that these very ingenious ladies can come up with. I know you're gonna enjoy it, so let's not wait any longer. Let's get started with contestant number 1. Has always loved singing. Hollywood classic musicals are some of her favorite entertainment. Tonight she's chosen a Rodgers and Hammerstein gem, The King and I. Singing the song Getting to Know You is contestant number 1, Mara Romero.
Strange to say, and true and honest thought, that if you become a teacher, by your pupils you'll be taught. As a teacher I've been learning, you'll forgive me if I boast, and I've now become an expert at the subject I adore most, getting to know you. Getting to know you, getting to know all about you, getting to like you, getting to hope you like me, getting to know you, putting it my way, but nicely. You are precisely my cup of tea. Getting to know you, getting to feel free and easy. When I'm with you, getting to know what to say. Haven't you noticed suddenly I'm bright and breezy because of all the beautiful and new things I'm learning about you day by day.
contestant is contestant number 2, Rachel Gregory. Rachel has always enjoyed dancing, and she really appreciates her Latin American heritage. In a perfect marriage of entertainment and culture, dancing to Cuando Se Hola to contestant number 2, Rachel Gregory. Let's welcome now contestant number 3. She's always looking for ways to keep her mind active and stay busy. When she looked around for a hobby, well, she found the perfect thing. Doing jigsaw puzzles filled that gap. So to tell us why she loves jigsaw puzzles so much, please give a warm hand and welcome contestant number 3, Aura Reed.
You know, a few years back, I came to Irving to live, and I lived over at North Gate Plaza. And then I moved over, and I did puzzles while I was living over there, and I did a little volunteer work. And I moved over to the villages over my father, and I'm still doing puzzles. So I have done still my favorite. Along with you, or you can enjoy it. But I don't have to tell you while you want to. I had at one time I had always wanted to have a different hobby. So I happened to run across an article on Mr. James Spilsbury, who was a map maker, and I found out that he produced the very first puzzle that was ever made in 1760. Okay, he did this by taking a map of England, laying it on a very thin sheet of mahogany wood, cutting around the borderlines with a hand back saw. After he did this, he took the puzzle pieces, boxed them all up, would send them out to school children across the country there, and they put them together. This helped them learn geography, which that was real nice of them to do that. So after this procedure was known as what was it called? Oh yeah, they called it a jigsaw puzzle. So, but you know, did I mention to you that jigsaw puzzles or any kind of puzzles have been known to help memory loss? And they can also help relieve stress sometimes. But anyway, puzzles they're just a wonderful thing to do. They're a good, clean activity that an entire family can really enjoy. You should try it sometime. But you know what? When you're working on puzzles, sometimes I get to the point to where I can't make one that just doesn't want to fit right here. I just pick up my hammer and I just I keep trying. No, I don't want to do it. I take my scissors.
So, you were looking for a hobby, and when you found puzzles, the pieces just fell into place, right? Okay, sorry. I love a pun. We'll move on. Contestant number 4 really enjoys life. As she told me, she grew up in Hawaii. Hawaii is pretty famous for pretty music, so she'd like to sing a favorite song of the islands now. Here with her version of the classic Hawaiian song, "A Malelei for Your Hair," say aloha to contestant number 4, Shireen Altum. Someone knew what to say out there in the audience. Y'all are a great audience. Let me just compliment you. They say mahalo, yes? So much mahalo, Shireen. Thank you so much. I really enjoy seeing all these different ideas that they come up with every year. It's just great. We have some more talent to see, so let's move on. Contestant number 5 is intrigued by the idea of guardian angels. She's also very devoted to her family, so tonight she'd like to salute guardian angels and her grandchildren, which is not a bad idea at all, with a special performance of the Carpenters' classic, Close to You. Please welcome contestant number 5, Pam Fisher.
Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you. Why do birds of stars fall out from the sky every time you crawl by? Just like me, they long to be close to you. On the day that you were born, the angels got together and decided to create a dream come true. So they sprinkled dust in your hair and strokes your blue. That is why all the girls in town follow you all around. Just like me, they long to be close to you. On the day that you were born, the angels got together and decided to create a dream come true. So they sprinkled moon dust in your hair, a golden starlight in your eyes of blue. That is why all the girls in town follow you all around. Just like me, they long to be close to you. Just like me, they long to be close to you.
Thank you so much, Pam. That was lovely. Anybody who's ever had a grandchild knows exactly how she feels right about now. Our next contestant is contestant number 6, and that is Maria Guerra. Maria has weddings on her mind. She also has an oldie but goodie that she's thinking of. It's a song called Wedding Bell Blues. Y'all remember that? By the Fifth Dimension. This is her humorous take on boyfriends, relationships, and a certain ex-president. Here's contestant number 6, Maria Guerra.
I look at you and see the passion eyes of
What a great sense of humor. Thank you so much, Maria. So that was contestant number 6, Maria Guerra, everyone. The judges are going to have a tough time tonight. Our contestants are really bringing a wonderful show this evening. So our next contestant enjoys fashion, and she loves accessories. She's collected shawls from all over the world because she likes them so much. Tonight, she'd like to demonstrate the different ways that shawls can be worn and tell you about her collection. Show some love for contestant number 7, Susie Lopez.
Well, hello again. Okay, this is the time to show my talent. And I could tell you that I have quite a bit of talent, I believe, but I couldn't bring them here. I could drive a tractor. They didn't let me to bring it. I could ride horses. Well, they wouldn't let me bring the horses. I could round up cattle. And they thought that's crazy, so I couldn't bring the cattle. So I had to think of something simple, and I thought, oh well, also my talents are there. Wherever I go somewhere, I like to get a souvenir. Now, this one that I'm wearing right now is something very special to me. It has a special meaning. Looking through my ancestors, I found in one of the trunk this wonderful, beautiful shawl that came decades ago when people from Spain, some other part of the world, wanted to come to America. So this one, I could not tell you exactly how old is it, because it was in the trunk for many years. And a few years ago, I was wandering in my house in Mendoza and asking everybody about this shawl. So again, I cannot tell you how old is it, but I love it so much. So I would love to wear it. I would like to go to the verbenas. I would like to do whatever Spanish people descendants do. I actually also have this, which is very famous for Hispanic people, and it happened to say Coruña, and that's where my second husband from Spain is being born. Thank you. Now, let me see the other ones. If I can get them untangled. Okay. I've been so lucky that I can go places besides United States. So one of the good, beautiful places that I keep on going is Spain. So this one was also handmade, and it was from Spain. And you can wear it just about any way you want to. If you want to go to church, you can do that. If you don't, you can do that. And if you want to show something, you go like that. So, I have this other one that I believe we got it either Turkey or Greece or somewhere, but I can't remember sometime all of them. But this is, I thought it was so pretty that I couldn't pass it. So I have to have another shawl. I could bring so many, but they wouldn't let me. So I had to break some of them. Now this, I love this one too. This is hard to use, but not for me. I can use it no matter what. Do it just like that. You can do it like that. And you can do it very different ways. But like I see you, I just love shawls. If I could have some more, I will. I couldn't bring all of them because they didn't let me. I counted and they were 46. So no wonder they didn't let me. Again, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Susie. Now we all know where to go next time we need some advice on how to wear a perfect shawl. Contestant number 7, Susie Lopez, everyone. The competition's moving fast. Thank you, Susie. But before the score tabulating can start, we have 2 more contestants to present. Not many people know this, but contestant number 8, Jan Reed, has danced all her life. She enjoys all types of dance, and tonight she'll take on the challenge of a special dance. She's keeping the theme of Paris in mind. Her talent was inspired by the movie Moulin Rouge, dancing the can-can to Jacques Offenbach's famous piece, The Infernal Galop. Say bonjour to contestant number 8, Jan Reed. Thank you so much, Jan. That was wonderful. She puts the ooh in ooh la la, let me tell you folks. Thank you so much. Très bon. But I have to tell you, I don't have that much energy. That was impressive. Our final contestant for the talent competition is contestant number 9, Carol Donaldson. Carol loves to sing. As a minister's wife, she usually performed sacred music, but tonight Carol is going to really flip the script on you. She wants to take you back to her teenage years with a Fats Domino classic that she loved so much. Dancing a little bit of the stroll and singing, yep, you guessed it, Blueberry Hill. Here's Carol Donaldson.
Blueberry
think I have seen anybody cuter in a pink poodle skirt in my life. Carol, that was delightful. Thank you so much. Nothing like a little 50s rock and roll to make you feel good, right? Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our talent portion of the competition.